Ryan Anderson here, the driver of Son of a Digger, and you're watching Rod Rod's Championship League.
What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for qualifying here in the final stop of Tour Violet. Tour Blue finally crowned their season champion Black Pearl and Steel Titan with 183 points, 4-time fastest qualifier, 3-time racing winner, 2-time best trick winner, and 3-time event champion, being your Tour Blue champion. Last time we were in Tour Violet, Daniel Murray was on a hot streak, taking the fastest qualifying win. Max D taking his 4th straight racing win. Gravedigger coming out and taking his first best trick win of the season. And then Blue Thunder and Riley Strider taking his 2nd freestyle win of the season. But your overall event champion was Daniel Murray, which gave him an amazing advantage here, as he is currently 5 points away from your Tour Violet leader. Max D has led since the beginning, and Northern Nightmare is knocking on his door for that Tour Championship. So let's go ahead and get qualifying started here in Alaska for the final stop of Tour Violet. Pirate's Curse and Flames Plays is going to be the first truck out. And again, going back, touching back to Northern Nightmare and Daniel Murray, phenomenal stop 4 and his first overall event champion of the season, or championship of the season. And he is in a fantastic spot right now to have the comeback of the century right here. Again, Black Pearl and Steel Titan had an amazing comeback in Tour Blue, as Megalodon led ever since stop 2. And taking a look at Pirate's Curse's time, 21.937 is the current time to beat. He's going to go one more time to see if he can get a better time. But going back to Tour Blue, Black Pearl and Steel Titan was leading in stop 1, but by the end of stop 2, Megalodon took it and dominated up until stop 5. That's where the tables turned at the very last second. Steel Titan and the Black Pearl came back. Again, the comeback of the century here for the season, for this competition. And he is your he is your Tour champion, Tour Blue champion. So can Daniel Murray do the same thing here? He was in 2nd place, honestly, since the beginning. 22.978 is Pirate's Curse's time, his 2nd time. So his first time will be the one that leads, which was, as Kind of Fluffy and Gravedigger hit the track now, 21.937 is the time to beat. But again, Daniel Murray, I don't want to take away from anybody's runs right here, anybody's qualifying runs, but Daniel Murray again has an opportunity here to have one of the greatest comebacks, as long as he doesn't flop, as long as he doesn't tank the competition here in Alaska. He is in a very good spot to be the Tour champion and take it away from Matt Johnson and Max D, who's been dominant all season long. Here we go, a new leader now in Gravedigger and Kind of Fluffy, 21.555. So already having a good start. Gravedigger, again, getting his first best trick win of the season, and right now he's in a position where he could very much be out of the World Finals lineup and in the LCQ. But I don't know. You never know. A lot can happen. A lot can happen. Monster Jam and April Summers was in a dangerous situation in Tour Blue, where Monster Mutt and Little Drift 912 could have taken that spot away from her, but it ended up being a 1-point difference between the two, and April Summers ended up making it into the World Finals. 21.873 for Gravedigger the Legend, so his first time will remain as the leading time. Here comes Nova Strider now in Crustacean. But going back to what I was saying, April Summers again survived by 1 point, and Monster Mutt and Little Drift 912 is now going to be resorting to going to the LCQ right there. Crustacean, though, pretty close to a penalty. I don't think she got it. I think she managed to stay just within. She stopped in time, killed some time, unfortunately, but it's better than getting a penalty right here. Getting across the finish line just barely as well, and no penalty will be called. 22.641 will be her first time as she's getting ready for the second one. So there's just a lot going on this season already as we come to the end and as we get closer to the World Finals. We're going to have World Finals champions to crown. Aside from Tour champions right now, honestly, the biggest thing, the biggest news aside from the Tour Blue champion being Steel Titan and in the Black Pearl is whether the Tour champion here is going to be Max D or Northern Nightmare. Again, Dragon has a little bit, I guess, has a dog in this fight. 22.156, excuse me, for Crustacean and Nova Strider, so she will not take the lead. Kind of Fluffy and Gravedigger will stick with that lead. Here comes Velociraptor now at 99. This guy right here is close, though. He's the one fighting Gravedigger, just regular Gravedigger, and Kind of Fluffy. But right here, this isn't going to help him, as that will for sure be a penalty. but he is fighting Gravedigger right now for that final spot in the World Finals, and he is in a dangerous area. And right there, that's definitely not going to help him, especially with Gravedigger being in the lead right now for qualifying. So hopefully attempt number 2 does better for him. 25.769 for Velociraptor Net 99. So it's going to come down to this right here. Again, these two guys are going to have to duke it out for that final spot, as well as Crustacean and Flames Plays and Pirate's Curse. I mean, they're both, all three of these drivers right here are fighting with Gravedigger right now for that final spot. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. But going back to what I was saying, keeping an eye on Velociraptor here. Really quick, let's wait for him to finish his run here just to be safe. Going a bit wide, this is going to hurt him right there. And a penalty again. So unfortunate for Velociraptor as he's getting a second penalty, 25.058. So that's not going to help him in the end. So again, the other news here, Arcanine 59 and Dragon, he has an opportunity here. He has a dog in this fight. He's just going to have to come out and have the best competition, the best event of his life if he wants to try to take that win away from Matt Johnson and from Daniel Murray. But it's going to take a lot from him, and both of those drivers are going to have to be off their game if he wants to take that win, that season win, that tour win. So here we go. Alien Invasion MJ Producer, your new leader with a 21.388. If I'm reading this right, yeah, 21.388. So he is your new leader, just barely beating that of Gravedigger. Gravedigger had a 21.555. So let's see if he can get a better time this second time around. That right there getting dangerously close to a penalty. So let's see what it's going to be. Right now I'm hearing that they are going to be looking at that footage to see whether or not it was a penalty. Ending the run now. Going to take a look at that replay real quick right here. Just almost going a bit too wide, sliding out. But you can see that gap between the front tires and the back tires. He was within the smoke gate. So again, this is not a penalty in terms of the regular season. So a faster time, 21.155 for Alien Invasion and MMJ Producer as Toucan Plays and Avenger takes the track now. But again, it's, man, the competition we've seen so far this season. I mean, Matt Johnson, and Max D, Maximum Destruction, was absolutely dominating all season long, and it seemed like nobody was going to get to him. He just seemed so untouchable. And now to see how close these drivers are, and right there, Toucan maybe facing a penalty, but I believe he was on the smoke gate, so he should be good. And getting confirmation now, no, it will not be a penalty. No review needed. 21.555 for Avenger. So going to attempt number 2. But, I mean, Matt Johnson and Max D just completely untouchable all season long up until stop 4. Something happened. And, again, he's in danger of losing that. But the racing streak is still intact. There's been some close calls, but it's still intact. And right there, Avenger, unfortunately, will be getting a penalty for that. So, the second time, unfortunately, I don't think will be faster than the first. But Matt Johnson's racing streak is still intact, and it's about the only streak that is currently intact, as all the other streaks have been broken. 24.396 for Avenger's second time. So here comes Northern Nightmare and Daniel Murray, the man of the hour, the man of conversation. And he's going to have to come out with a blistering fast time if he wants to get that much closer to a Tour Championship. But no! What is he doing? A penalty immediately the second he hits the track. And I don't even know what's happening here. The jitters must have gotten him or something. I don't know. And another penalty, completely missing the ramp. What is going on here? Daniel Murray is completely selling here in his first attempt. 23.673 or 637. What is going on? Attempt number 2 is coming up, but he just completely sold that. What is going on here? Nerves must be hitting him as that's another one. And another one. What is he doing? Daniel Murray is completely throwing this competition out of the window. And another one. What is going on? Hitting the concrete crush car. That's going to slow him down a bit. And a turn of events here in qualifying. 25.839. Not even sure what happened there. 3 more competitors left. He's 5 points away from tying Matt Johnson and Max D, and he just completely sold both attempts. Threw him away. Is he nervous? Is he rushing? I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just shocked Shocked to see this. Riley Strider now in Blue Thunder right there, losing a bit of control, but staying within the smoke gates and continuing his run. And I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know what I just witnessed. But let's see. Blue Thunder's time, 22.288 for Blue Thunder, so not enough to take the lead, as Alien Innovation still holds on to that lead. So attempt number 2 here for Blue Thunder, but just that's just shocking, very shocking to say the least. And I'm appalled here. Again, I'm at a loss of words. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Maybe we'll hear something after the competition to see exactly what went wrong with Daniel Murray and Northern Nightmare. But we'll continue on with the rest of the competition and conversation. Blue Thunder right here, and Riley Strider finishing his second attempt. And 20.604, so a crazy fast time for Blue Thunder. And his racing skills have really come out here towards the end of the season. He's been doing fantastic, so he's definitely getting a spot in the top 4 in a bye run into round 2. So great news for Blue Thunder. Here comes Dragon now, and Arcanine 59, and this guy really needs to come out on top. He needs to take advantage of this downfall we're seeing of Daniel Murray, because it seems like he's kind of choking right now, and Dragon has an opportunity here to take advantage and get those crucial points to get closer to Matt Johnson and taking the season win. So here we go, a 20.270. So that he's a new leader. That is faster than Blue Thunder's time. I guess it wasn't updated correctly. 20.604 was Blue Thunder, 20.270 was Dragon. So Dragon's your new leader. I'm not sure exactly why it wasn't called. Maybe they're checking something out. I don't know. But Dragon is your new leader unofficially. We're gonna wait and see what happens in this second attempt. Not sure what's happening right now, but it's fine. A lot of craziness, a lot of crazy things going on in this stop here, and just a lot of surprising moments that we're seeing. But here we go, a 19.877, so a blistering fast time for Dragon. And here comes Matt Johnson, seeing what he has in store for us today. He needs to take advantage of this downfall, apparently, of Daniel Murray and Northern Nightmare and come out with a crazy fast time again. Dragon, 19.877. He is currently the fastest qualifier. So Matt Johnson has to come up with an even faster time than that, if that's possible, and to get that win. But if not, if he at least gets second place, he'll still get those 11 points, which is way more than Daniel's going to get. So here we go, first time in the books, and a 19.971. So another 19-second time, but not enough to take the lead. So attempt number 2. Can he do it? He's already in the 19-second range. He just needs to be that much more faster. So let's see here. Matt Johnson and Max D just I'm just still shocked at what I witnessed earlier with Northern Nightmare, and Matt Johnson's just going to capitalize on this moment. He has to in order to take the win. Remember, Dragon is still a very much a competitor in this, a fighter in this, and right here ending his second attempt, and a 19.887, so he's tied with Dragon. But because of the second time, Matt Johnson and Max D is your fastest qualifier in his 4th time this season. And yes, they both had the same times, but that's why we get 2 qualifying passes. Dragon had a 20.270 on his first one, and Max D had a 19.971 in his first one. And look at Daniel Murray in 9th place after just completely sabotaging himself. It seems like this is the racing bracket, the W racing bracket for racing here in Alaska in Stop 5. Max D, Alien Invasion, Blue Thunder, and Dragon getting the bye runs into round 2. And let's go ahead and take a look at the overall leaderboards. And look at this, it was a 5-point difference, a 5-point difference. And now it is a 13-point difference between Max D and Matt Johnson. Daniel Murray needs to get his stuff together if he wants to be in this. If not, Max D is your tour winner by the end of racing. This is the overall event championship leaderboards. Again, it's going to match that of qualifying. So racing is going to be next. Qualifying was crazy. Let's see what's going to happen in racing. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button. And we'll see you in racing.